noun can be countable or uncountable. Well, some nouns are sometimes countable and uncountable other times, but we will discuss this more into detail later on in this lesson. For now, let's look at the definition of countable nouns. Countable nouns are names of things we can count. These nouns can be counted into individual units. Uncountable nouns are names of things we cannot count. These cannot be counted into discrete individual units. Let's look at this example. I bought a dress yesterday. I love dresses. I bought milk today. I like milk. In this sentence, the noun dress is used in its singular form. In this sentence, it is in its plural form. In this sentence, milk is in its singular form, and it is also singular in this one. Can milk be plural? Can it be milks? Milk cannot be plural because it is an uncountable noun. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. Uncountable nouns exist only in one form, the singular form. Looking at the same examples, now we are going to look at indefinite articles. Remember, indefinite articles are a and n. Dress, which is a countable noun, is used with an indefinite article. Milk, an uncountable noun, is not used with an indefinite article in this sentence. Can we say something like, I need a milk for my cereal? No, this sentence is grammatically incorrect because countable nouns can be used with indefinite articles, but uncountable nouns cannot. Now let's look at some examples of countable and uncountable nouns. The countable nouns are cups, bicycle, children, umbrella, books, and students. Uncountable nouns are water, rice, music, love, grass, and sand. These are some of the examples that we are going to use throughout this lesson. Mark and Angela have 3 children. I had rice for lunch. Over here, children, a countable noun, is used with a number to show quantity, but rice is not used with a specific number to show the quantity of rice that I had for lunch. This is because countable nouns can be used with a number to show quantity. Uncountable nouns cannot be used with a number to show quantity. So we cannot say something like, I had 4 rices for lunch. Now let's look at how verbs are used with countable and uncountable nouns. In English, verbs should agree in number with the subject of the sentence. For countable nouns, if the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb should be a plural verb. Let's look at these examples. The books are on the table. The subject of this sentence is books. Books is a plural countable noun, so it is used with a plural verb, are. An umbrella is important when it rains. In this example, the subject is umbrella, a singular countable noun, so the verb is also singular. Uncountable nouns take on singular verbs regardless of quantity. If I were to talk about water and say, water is good for you, singular verb is should be used because water is an uncountable noun. Remember that English is a language that has many rules. It also has many exceptions to the general rules. Uncountable nouns can sometimes take on plural verbs. This only happens in situations when you are talking about different types of an uncountable noun. For example, let's say you want to tell someone that white sugar and brown sugar are different in taste. You would say something like, the sugars are very different. Would you like me to explain the differences? Over here, we are using the plural verb are with the noun sugars only because we are talking about 2 different types of sugar. We still understand that sugar is an uncountable noun, And if we were talking about just white sugar, the verb would not be plural. Now let's look at quantifiers. Quantifiers are used to provide information about the amount of the noun. Here are some examples of quantifiers. Some quantifiers are used for both countable and uncountable nouns. These are some and any. Let's see how we can use them. Some students didn't attend class. Students is a countable noun. There was some sand in my shoes. Sand is an uncountable noun. Do you have any children? Children is a countable noun. Do we have any flour in this house? Any is used with flour, which is an uncountable noun. Some quantifiers are used with countable nouns only. These are many, a few, and each. Let's see how we can use them. How many people did you invite? A few books are missing from the library. Some quantifiers are used with uncountable nouns only. These are much, little, and a bit. Let's see how we use them. How much water did you drink today? Everyone needs a bit of love. Now let's look at commonly confused countable and uncountable nouns. The first pair is job and work. Do you know which one is countable and which is uncountable? Let me give you a few example sentences. I have a job. Eric has 2 jobs. I went to work yesterday. Eric didn't have much work, so he went home early. Now let's see. In this sentence, job is used with an indefinite article. In this sentence, job is used with a numerical quantifier and it is in its plural form. So we can conclude that job is a countable noun. In this sentence, work is not used with any indefinite article. And in this sentence, work is used with the quantifier much, which is only used with uncountable nouns. From these sentences, we can conclude that work is an uncountable noun. The second pair is money and currency nouns, such as dollar, euro, rand, and so forth. So let's see which is which. Pablo gave me money. How much money do you have? Pablo gave me $50. He was short of a few rands. In this sentence, we can see that money is not used with an indefinite article and it is used in its singular form. In this sentence, we can see that money is used with the quantifier much, which is only used with uncountable nouns. So we can conclude that money is an uncountable noun. Currency nouns, on the other hand, are used with numerical quantifiers and they are in their plural form. So the currency nouns are countable. I said that some nouns can be countable sometimes and uncountable other times. What is very important here is to understand the difference in meaning. Yes, we are talking about the same noun, but it means different things in each context. Let's look at some examples. The first noun is hair. She found a hair in her coffee. In this case, we are talking about one strand of hair in the coffee, meaning that hair is countable. Victoria has long curly hair. Over here, we are referring to the general concept of hair on a person's head. So hair is uncountable because it is seen as a whole. The other noun is room. Please make room for the new books on that shelf. In this sentence, room refers to the space on the shelf, making it uncountable. The house has 5 rooms. In this sentence, room refers to the individual separate spaces in the house, making it countable. Here is a summary of the things we covered in this lesson. If you want the PDF version of this summary, there's a link in the description box. That is it for this lesson. If you learned something new, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more similar content.